Hey guys, I just want to say before this video starts, please like and subscribe. Also, this is not my story. This is from Wattpad. I will put a link in the description like always. I hope you guys enjoy. It was lunchtime, and you were sitting with Denki, Sero, and Mina. You looked around the cafeteria, trying to find a certain angry blonde, but to no avail. Where's Bakugo? Is he not sitting with us today? You asked, looking at your brother. He's in the library with Kirishima, something about studying for a test we have next week, Denki replied, eating his lunch. He then looked at you. You let out a somewhat disappointed sigh, and he stopped eating, raising an eyebrow at you. Why'd you ask? He questioned. No reason, was all you said, before looking down. At this point, you had also gained Sarah and Mina's attention, and they both had a wide grin on their face. Looks like little YN has a crush on our explosion boy, Mina teased, and your face turned even more red. Is this true, YN? Denki asked, and you rapidly shook your head. It's not very nice to lie to your brother, YN, Sarah said. You sent both Mina and Sarah a glare. Really, Bakugo? Our Bakugo? Mister, I'm going to kill everyone because fuck you all? That Bakugo? Kaminari asked, and you sighed, and slowly nodded your head. He laughed slightly surprised at your choice, patted your back a little. Well, I guess the heart wants what it wants, however weird it may be. She's your sister, after all. No wonder she's a little weirdo, Sarah said, and Denki pouted a little. Hey, I'm not that weird, he replied. Yes, you are. You, Sarah, and Mina replied at the same time. You're my sister, you're supposed to side with me, he said to you, and you shrugged and giggled. I mean, if you think about it, Bako is a lot softer on her than any of us, Mina said. Yeah, and he'll actually help her out when she needs it, Sarah said. You just looked at them in confusion. What do you mean? Bako's always been the same, you said. And now the others were looking at you with a confused look. Even Denki seemed to disagree. Excuse me, but have you seen how he acts towards the rest of the class? He's mean to everyone except you. But your brother said, you'd never really noticed any difference. You just thought it was because you hadn't done anything to provoke him. So what? You asked. So he acts a little different around me. I still have no chance with him, stated. Mina laughed a little. You can tell she's definitely a Kaminari, Mina said, and Sarah nodded in agreement. Seems she's just as dense as her brother. At that comment, both you and Denki pouted. Your brother then looked at you. They're right, you know. Even I've seen it. Bako's very clearly interested in you. He doesn't even try to hide it. Now if you excuse me, I need to use the bathroom, he said, rushing off, leaving you even more confused. In the library, Bakugo and Kirishima had stopped studying some time ago, and now the somewhat angry blonde was ranting about something. Denki hid behind one of the bookcases to listen. I mean, have you seen her? She's adorable and pretty, and she always has that naive, innocent sort of nature that's just so cute, and when she smiles, I swear, I'm going to need sunglasses for when she smiles. She's nice to everyone, including me, but how on earth has she not noticed I like her yet? I'm not even trying to hide it, she just keeps smiling and laughing, and she's going to kill my heart, but I just need one little sign that she's actually interested. Bakugo rambled, then Denki stepped out behind the bookcase. Well, if you're talking about YN, then I can tell you for sure whether she's not interested or not, but you must make me a promise first, he said. And Bakugo lifted his head and looked towards Denki, as if telling him to continue. Do not hurt her, or I'll make your life hell. Do you ever do? He said, and Bakugo nodded his head to spit it out on its face. He grumbled, and Denki grinned. She does not like you, he said, as a few explosions went off Bakugo's hands, which was when Kaminari spoke up. She is head over heels in love with you, he added. Bakugo jumped up. He then walked over to Denki. Don't scare me like that next time, he said, before running off to find you. Back with you. Mina and Sarah were still teasing you about your feelings for the angry blonde male, when footsteps could be heard behind you. Though you didn't notice them, you'd finally grown tired of their teasing and finally decided to speak up. So what if I have feelings for Bakugo? There's a very small chance of that I'll ever work up the courage to tell him that. There's very small chance that I'll ever work up the courage to tell him. There's even less of a chance that the angry idiot would like me back. After saying that, you got a light smack on round the back of your head. Your two friends started sniggering. You could recognise that hit from anywhere, and your face went red. What was that about me being an angry idiot? A voice said, and the person sat themselves beside you. You still made sure to look in the opposite direction to where Bako had seated himself, so he couldn't see your embarrassment. That was until you felt two hands on your waist, which spun you around to face him. He grabbed both your cheeks, pinched them a little. He then smiled, and it seemed way too soft for him. "You are an idiot," he said, his soft smile quickly turning into a cocky grin as your face became impossibly more red. You quickly nodded your head and smiled brightly. "Of course I will. I don't remember giving you a choice anyways," he said, and you both laughed.